Hello, I'm Kasper, and I want to show you today how to requeen an existing hive. So I've got a hive here I picked. The queen is 2 or 3 year old. She's still going and she's still not bad, but having a younger queen is less risk of hang disease, and the colony is stronger, better honey production, and they're less likely to swarm. So we will find a queen. I'm going to show you how to do it. Well, finding a queen can be tricky, but I show you how to do it, and we put new queen in. I explain what to do. Yeah, let's start it. So what you need is just a smoker and a hive tool, and new queen, which I've got it here. So, take one frame out to make a bit of space. Now we start looking for the queens. So she's more likely to be somewhere where there is fresh eggs. This is just pollen and honey, so we put that back. There's a lot of brood here and some eggs here, so she could be here. Oh, there she is, here. So she's 2 years old. That's for green fed season, I think. So we don't want this queen. She's old and not very productive. The brood pattern is better when the new queen is in the hive. So we take her away, and we put the new queen in. But I might put. I put foundation in the middle, so that when I put the new queen in here, right by the foundation, a fondant facing down, in case it melts, you won't kill the queen which is in here, and just put in between the frames. In there, and then so the queen cage is here. Leave it for a few days. The bees will build their emergency queen cells. So after 4 or 5 days, come back to this hive, check each frame, destroy all the queen cells, and then you can open your queen cage. That's the opening. You just take this out, you'll see, and put the cage with the queen back in, and the bees will eat their way through the fondant and release the queen. But that after 4 or 5 days. Now they will get used to new queen, her smell, and get used to her. If you open it now, they'll more likely kill her. So just put the hive back together.
Okay, so we're back today with an update on this hive. This is the hive that Kasper removed the queen and put the queen cage in, so now we've got to come and release the queen. He did that on Thursday. It's now Monday, so I'm going to try and grab this weather window to get it done. So it's had like 4 or 5 days. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in, get the queen cage, make sure that she's still alright before we go any further. This hive's now had a super added to it because obviously there's no brood being produced in here now, and so they might go on and make lots of lovely honey for us. Hopefully you've seen the first video. You know that Kasper's put the queen cage in the bottom of these 2 brood chambers. Okay. Okay, so here's the queen cage, and she's still alright. I'm just going to pop her in my pocket for a minute. Now we need to go through this colony and make sure that there's no queen cells on any of these frames, because obviously the bees would rather keep their own genes than have the new queen, and if we leave a queen cell there, when I release the new queen, they'll probably just kill it off. Now you can, if you like, be really careful and check each frame, but over the years I've found the best way to do it really is just to shake all the bees off so you're just looking at the empty frame. It seems a bit severe, but it's the best way to check for queen cells. Okay, so all I'm doing is just lifting the frame slightly, put my fingers underneath it and then back down. Just makes it so much easier to look at the frame. Check all the little crevices and everything, because they will hide the queen cells. It's just a new frame there, that's easy. Okay, so I'm happy there's no queen cells in there. I'm going to check the top box in a minute, but seeing as this was the frame you had the queen in, I'm going to put it back in there. So you've got to break off this bit of plastic now. Make sure it's pushed right out of the way, you don't want the flap to come back over. And then what I like to do is just put a twig or a nail or something through the top piece, just so I can hang it between the frames. As Kasper said, with the candy side facing down. Chris, the queen cage has gone in here now. It's made it a bit wider, so we're going to have to leave one of the frames out. So we take this frame that's just pretty much foundation. When we go back later and take the queen cage out after a few days, once the queen's been released, then we can replace that frame in the end. But for now this box is going to have to live just on the 11. Because this is a double brood, I've got to check the top as well. Make sure they haven't put a queen cell in here either. It's just stools. I think these are just little practice cups, there's nothing in them. So there's just a little cup here they started. You want to check all these, make sure there's no eggs in there, and there wasn't in that one. It's quite a good sign in here that they haven't built any queen cells, so hopefully they're just going to accept this queen. I don't think there's any more brood now, so just have a quick look through these frames. A tiny bit there. Okay. I don't know why that brood's got isolated, but I'm going to move it back. Where the other brood is. Yep. Okay, so that's it. She's now released. The bees will now eat through that candy, so the queen can come out after we've left this well alone. Probably leave this for a good week now to 10 days before we go in and muck about at all to take the queen cage back out and put the frame back in. And if your bees, maybe they need another super or whatever, best to come out and do that late in the evening. We don't want to be walking around this hive disturbing any mating flights or anything. Okay, so thanks for watching.